What should you do if you're in a place you're staying at a place where there's not a lot of Muslims? Like, how should you go about dividing prayers, stuff like that?
With regards to staying in a place in which there aren't a lot of Muslims,
Maybe none.
or I mean, that in itself is problematic. Obviously, living in America in 2017, you have to work, you have to go to school, you may have some business in which you may be in a place in which there aren't a lot of Muslims. But obviously, the Muslim church should try to avoid that. I should try to keep the best of company, as Allah Azza wa Jal has told us to keep the best of company. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'a sadiqeen. Oh, you believe, fear Allah, and be with the truthful people. And there is no truth in kufr. There is no truth in shirk. There is no truth in polytheism. And there's truth in Islam and Tawheed and Sunnah, the Deen. So therefore, you should try your best with being with the Muslims and keeping the company of the righteous at all times. However, for argument's sake, hypothetically answering the question, you're in a place in which there are no Muslims, there's no masjid in the near radius, then you have to make the necessary preparations to get to the Jumu'ah, bidnillahi ta'ala. Whether you got to take off, whether you need an extra 30 minutes to get there, traffic, alhamdulillah, Islamic Finder, you Google the closest masjid, the closest mosque, the closest Islamic center, or at least make the Jumu'ah however you can. And if you can't, and you're totally far from Islamic civilization, you're in the wilderness of kufr, you're not near any masjid, any center, fear Allah to the best of your ability, try to avoid that situation. If you're caught and stuck in that situation, you make Salatul Dhuhr. You make Salatul Dhuhr by yourself. But it should be something that you do every week. Because we all know what the Messenger of Allah told us about missing Jumu'ah, about leaving off Jumu'ah intentionally and not making Jumu'ah, how a seal will be placed upon the heart, and how they will be punished, and they will become from the munafiqeen. Their hearts will be the hearts of a munafiq, waliyadu billah. So therefore, try to make plans ahead of time. Make the necessary plans what? Ahead of time. Taking off the day, half of the day, finding logistics before you go to work, school, or your construction site, or whatever you're doing. But if you're stuck in that situation, and it's very far, and it's a clear hardship, then, you make the Salatul Dhuhr. Wallahu alam.